Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Grover. I'm the curator at the Biggs Museum of American Art, and I'm here to officially launch the digital representation of our latest exhibition, Award Winners 20. For those of you that are new, this is the 20th anniversary of our partnership with the Delaware Division of the Arts to bring this exhibition together that features really terrific work by all of the individual artist fellows that the DDOA gives out money to on an annual basis. So these are all the choreographers and musicians and writers and poets and painters, printmakers, photographers, any kind of artwork, whether it be literary, performing, or visual art forms, we bring them all together into one group show. So this is kind of like a Best of Delaware 2020. And today, I wanted to sort of present to you what we have installed here at the exhibition. I just want to give you a quick overview of what's happening here to sort of whet your digital appetite, because this work will be available to be seen live for real starting July 8th. So between now and July 8th, expect a whole lot of new information. We'll be sending out information every couple of days versus on Facebook and other social media platforms about sort of a deep dive into the individual artists that are being featured here, this year's fellowship winners. And we've also asked some of the artists to contribute videos about what their sort of artistic experience has been like living under COVID-19 and sort of talking about what has changed in the last couple of months in their artistic practice. But just to give you a sort of quick overview, this is the work of Michael Fleischman here in Delaware. He uses cut cardboard pieces and creates sort of abstracted collage. Always with cardboard, these recycled materials, but he always sort of focuses on these new patterns, this new way of sort of seeing the material and creating these really beautiful kind of three-dimensional works. This is Robert Weston's work. Robert Weston has been a cabinet maker in New Jersey and Delaware for decades, and he, in his retirement, is using storerooms and storerooms and storerooms of different kinds of veneers and specialty woods to create original two-dimensional compositions that really sort of play with wood grain and contrast in order to create new work. Many of you will remember Aaron Patskans' work. He's exhibited here at the Biggs Museum several times. We are so proud of him. He's kind of one of Dover's favorites, and he is a big-time fellowship winner this year. We are so thrilled to have him back here at the museum. And Constance M. Simon, these kind of contemplations of color with repetitious form. Her work is especially meditative and incredibly soothing at this time. In the second gallery, this space looks great, doesn't it? This is the work of my friend Nick Serrator, largely a pastel artist. He depicts all sorts of images from all over the Delmarva Peninsula. And a new artist, an artist that I have not had the good luck to see before, but I'm super thrilled to have her now, is Shelley Kuhn, who does photography of sort of abandoned spaces, kind of like looking for our humanity and the things that we leave behind. Ooh, it's a favorite. Chloe McEldowney, speaking of humanity, has brought us a series of self-portraits. That are also very much sort of explorations of color and color contrasts, creating these sort of rhythmic uses of color across her canvases. Really just incredibly luscious work. And of course, everybody's a big fan of realism. And then the last visual artist I want to show you is Gaia Milord. Gaia has also exhibited here at the Biggs Museum before, although this is a very different kind of work. He plays with representation of African American subjects and using pop art references like lunchboxes and Pez dispensers. Kind of like creating his own universe of superheroes. So the museum has all sorts of literary work out to be able to share. We have music videos that artists have sort of represented and brought to bear within the exhibition. And as I've alluded to before, we are going to be doing a lot with public programming, mostly digital, but perhaps if everything goes really well, we'll have the ability to do a little bit more with live audience experiences as well. You should definitely be checking out the Biggs Museum's website at www.biggsmuseum.org. As my last sort of shout out, some of the literary artists that we're going to be representing here are Sarah Barnett, Ann Colwell, Taylor Reed Adams, Kim DeCiccio, Carl Ebert, and Caroline Simpson. And the musical artists that we are going to be featuring here at the museum are Michelle Ziquez, Ralph Gresham Lamb, Mark Unruh, Jonathan Whitney, and Meredith Height Estevez. And we will see you here at the Biggs Museum.